Welcome to the bedroom.
This is our bedroom. It's very cozy. Like, I love our bedroom.
I know. Are we doing a...
Yeah. I mean, we've shown it in other videos, but I like filming in our bedroom. And this video feels very fitting to film in our bedroom because a lot of things that go down happen in the bedroom.
Oh, it goes down in the bedroom. Some people say it goes down in the DMs. Oh.
Yep. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about the biggest heartbreak of our marriage and really dive into our fertility journey because it's been 2 years since our last IVF transfer. Can you believe that? Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. 2 years? Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like it's been more recent than that?
Because we talk about it a lot? I don't know.
I think so. I mean, it is something that we discuss a lot because it was one of the biggest, like she said, it's the biggest kind of heartbreak we've experienced together. Mm-hmm. And I think we're still processing it. Yeah,
there's still a lot of things that we're processing. I think we've come a long way. But IVF and infertility is no joke. Like, it is so hard physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, whatever Lee you want to put on it. It is difficult.
Lee.
It is very, very challenging.
And I think it catches people by surprise because I don't think anybody really plans on being infertile or having fertility challenges until you start trying. And then once you start realizing that you're going to have challenges, you don't know what the challenge is going to be.
Yeah.
And then that just launches this whole series of troubleshooting and trying to figure it out. We went through years of troubleshooting with no results other than figuring out what it isn't.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's very complicated. All right, I guess we should start by giving a little brief run through of our fertility journey for people who don't know all of it because it has been 4 years of ups and downs and so many things have happened. So how quickly can we go through this?
Let's see. So back in the day, we were like, let's not have kids. So we started not preventing. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. So after we got married, we were like, if it happens, it happens. That's basically what our mentality was, but we weren't trying necessarily.
And we were excited because at one point we thought we were good to go. Mm-hmm. We had a pregnancy. It showed up positive on the test, and we got very excited.
But that took 2 years, or almost like a year and a half for that to even happen.
Was it that long?
It was a long time.
It's all a blur in my head.
It is a blur. It really is.
Yeah.
But that was a year and a half of us rewind again. We weren't trying for a good 6 to 7 months, and then we started trying. So about a year or something of us
loosely trying.
No. We were seriously trying.
You were tracking everything.
Yeah, I was tracking everything at that point.
You had the strips at that point.
I had the strips at that point.
Oh my gosh.
So we were trying seriously for about a year, and then that's when we got the first pregnancy test, and that was natural pregnancy, y'all. Because everyone always wants to know.
Yeah. Oh, it was natural. Yeah. That was the first time I realized how difficult this was about to be.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect how quickly you can form a relationship with an unborn baby.
Yeah.
You know, this baby probably was just like a collection of cells, and I was already like, that's my child.
Yeah.
Which is, it's pretty wild. So when there was no longer positive, that hit me way harder than I expected.
Yeah, it was challenging.
I was like, oh my gosh, I've just lost something.
Yeah. Yeah. It was challenging for sure. So after that happened, we tried a couple more times naturally, and we were like, okay, this is hard. It shouldn't have taken us a year to even get to here, and then we lost it. So we decided to do IUI, 2 IUI rounds, didn't work. Then we decided to do IVF. We did, 4 rounds of IVF. We had 5 embryos. The first transfer we did was a fresh transfer, and that was the only one that took. And that ended in an early loss as well, around 6 or 7-ish weeks. So that was challenging going through that.
That one was probably more challenging because at that point we had gone so long trying to make this happen. We had experienced one loss already, so we had an idea what that felt like. And I think we were so excited that with the IVF, we thought that was the answer to whatever our challenges are. We're like, okay, we figured it out. Now she's pregnant. We should be good to go. And that hope and all of those things started happening in my head and in my heart again. And then we lost that pregnancy as well. And it was even harder than the first time.
Yes.
It's like, it did not get easier at all.
No, I was pretty like messed up. Like I was so sad. My mom came, Cole's mom came. It was a rough time. And I think the other challenge too was people did not know how to show up for us. And I can't fault people for that because that's really hard. Like no one knows what to do when someone loses a pregnancy. Hannah and Shane were the only people in our lives that truly got it at that moment because we didn't know anyone else who went through this. Like we really didn't. So we went to them a lot, which was helpful, but like it was challenging because I wish that more people kind of showed up in a different way. I think that's the hard part is people show up how they think they should show up, but not necessarily how you need them to show up. So I think I had a hard time because I remember when we knew we were losing that IVF baby, it was during Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I remember cooking my mom and your mom breakfast, and I cooked your everyone dinner. And like they were there and they showed up, but like I just wish they were like, talk to me, you know what I mean? Like, but it's so hard. It's so hard because they are mothers and we want to celebrate our mothers. But it's like, how do you show up for someone who is losing a baby during Mother's Day? Because technically they're not a mother. So like, what do you do? So I think it was a very challenging time.
It was an awkward time for the moms to come support you losing a pregnancy on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
these are things that like, I don't know about your family, but like communicating big emotions is really challenging. And I don't think it's something that comes naturally unless you have a lot of experience with it. And I know that I have had a lot of learning in our marriage when it comes to communicating big emotions. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, these conversations are hard.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. I think we both come from families who came from generations because of their parents where you don't really communicate feelings, right? Like you kind of keep things to yourself. People don't really check in the way that I think nowadays we're checking in with each other. And so I think that it's been a learning curve. And like my family and I, we've had long talks and I'm like to my parents, like, and my brothers, like, we need to be more open as a family. We need to talk about things. We need to check in on each other. Mm-hmm. Like we got to show up for each other more as a family and learn how to do that. And like same with Cole's family. So like we've just all been learning this throughout. But I do think the lack of communication and people just truly checking in, I think that made it so much harder for me.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
But thankfully we had each other. Cole and I communicate so well, like talk about everything. So it's nice to at least have that in a partner. And then Shane and Hannah, again, they like literally like I don't think I could have survived without their support because they truly felt like the most supportive people in that moment, which makes sense because they knew exactly what we were going through.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Mm-hmm. I also credit what we did coming into our marriage for a lot of the growth we've had together. Mm-hmm. Because I sucked at really talking about this stuff. Like, I really, really sucked at it. Yeah. And when we did premarital therapy together, mm-hmm. that was huge. Mm-hmm. It was huge. And even though the IVF infertility stuff that we were experiencing was years later, I remember using those tools from therapy a lot mm-hmm. and trying to show up and support Charisma and talk to her mm-hmm. about these very difficult things.
Yeah.
And man, I can't imagine if I didn't have those tools at my disposal, how much harder it would have been.
Yeah.
Communication would have been impossible. Mm-hmm. I probably would have just avoided it because I was so scared.
No, communication would have been like really difficult. And I think that's, you had the avoidance personality. I just
don't like conflict.
Yeah. And it's just, it's a lot of how, our childhood, right? It's like, if that was kind of the way it was in your childhood, you kind of bring that into your adulthood. And so I think from my perspective, like, I don't think we necessarily communicated well, but my parents taught us to be open. So I was good at expressing my feelings, but it wasn't always in the most productive way. Like it wasn't always the kindest or the most gentle. And so that is what I had to learn. It's like, yes, I know how to tell you how I feel, but how do I do it in a way that's respectful and kind and nice?
Yeah.
And so premarital therapy, so
what? It's just two ends of the spectrum that we came from and we met in the middle.
Yeah.
This beautiful place in the middle.
I mean, that's what made it challenging though, because I was like, I will tell you like how I feel if I'm upset, and then Cole wouldn't tell me.
And I'm like,
And
I don't know, like, what to do or say or...
Yeah, he would bottle everything in until he got, like, super upset and super emotional. Like, he'll just, like, have a breakdown. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me this 2 weeks ago? Like, I wish I would have known. But we were in such a better place now. And
I know.
all credit to, like, having premarital therapy. And, like, that's why we advocate for therapy so much. Like, why not? It helps.
There's no reason why not.
No.
It is very helpful.
Well, that leads us into...
Well, yeah, this video is sponsored by Grow Therapy, who offers amazing therapy and accessible therapy solutions for those who are looking for a little mental health boost.
What I love about Grow Therapy is that you can book in as little as 2 days, and then they can do therapy on the weekdays, at night, on the weekends, which is really nice, and there is no wait list.
Yeah, and you're also not locked into a ton of sessions. I mean, you can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, you can do 20. You get to lead your therapy experience. Something I love about Growth Therapy is that they work with over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Most sessions cost around like $21 with insurance, some paying as little as $0 depending on your plan. And unlike other services, as I mentioned, you only pay per session. You're not locked in.
And if you're like me, I love choosing who my therapist is so you can pick the right therapist for you. And if you do not like the fit, you can move on to a different therapist that better suits your needs. So there is no blind matching with Grow Therapy.
I personally feel like I owe a lot to therapy in my life. We probably would say that collectively too. If you're interested in starting your therapy experience with Grow, you can use this link or scan that QR code to get started right away.
Thanks, Grow Therapy, for sponsoring this video.
Yes.
And speaking of therapy, I actually just started therapy literally 4 weeks ago.
Don't you have a session soon?
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
No, I literally just started therapy because after going through IVF, guys, I hit my rock bottom. Because let's remember, even though I wasn't pregnant, I was tricking my body every single time we did a transfer in the months in between also to thinking I was pregnant. So my body, like I was pumping hormone after hormones into my body. And I think once I stopped, I truly went through like a moment of depression after all those hormones left my body. Like I had increased anxiety. I had trouble getting out of bed. Like it was bad.
Yeah, I saw it. And it went on long enough that we actually synced up. So I was going on those same hormonal roller coasters with her.
Yep.
No, it was really hard, not only to be experiencing the things myself, but also watching Charisma go through an even more intense experience.
Yeah.
Because I know I was not feeling what she was feeling. She was the one, injecting all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And these hormones are having a big effect because that's their job. Mm-hmm. And, as her partner, I could see how that was impacting her. And it was really hard to watch. So I am thrilled that you're back in therapy. No. And I've already seen a difference.
Yeah, no, me too. It's been so helpful. And the other thing, I did a little bit of research to see if you can get PPD or PPA following multiple failed IVF attempts.
For those who don't know what that is.
Postpartum depression or postpartum depression and anxiety. And you can.
Would you say you're more depression or anxiety?
Mostly anxiety, but like also a little bit of depression. But it was mostly anxiety. Like I had some pretty rough anxiety. I had the most panic attacks I've ever had in my life following IVF. Like multiple. I've had 2 or 3 since living in this house.
Yeah.
So
one of them you almost choked to death, so that was fair enough.
Yeah. All of them are fair.
Well, yeah, they're all fair, but that's very scary.
That was very scary. But the other ones was just like me being overwhelmed with emotion and just a lot going on and a lot of pressure. Yeah. So it's been a hard year, and I think finally my body is like recovering from IVF. Like I finally feel like my hormones are stable. I finally feel mentally stable. Also, shout out to an SSRI. I am on an antidepressant. I'm going to be very open and honest about that.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's been like 4 months, and it honestly has been a game changer. Like I can actually get out of bed now. It would take an hour for me to get out of bed. And poor Cole is sitting there like he can't get out of bed. So he has to lay there and wait on me.
Let's be real.
He wasn't complaining.
It's not poor Cole. I was sleeping. She didn't want to get up, and I was like, okay, all right. Well, if you don't want to, I guess I'm going to go sleep.
But like, it just wasn't healthy.
But it wasn't putting us on the right track.
Yeah.
I do think that putting myself on the right track has also contributed to like us together just going in the right direction, because I also was like struggling and just not a good version of myself for a while there, I think. And I've also gotten my medicine on a good place for me and my ADHD, where I feel like I'm really contributing and I'm stepping up to the plate while Charisma's going on her recovery journey. So like, I don't know. I feel like we're rocking and rolling right now.
Yeah, I know. I feel good. I feel bad though, because this year we have really lacked when it comes to posting content. But I think this year has been truly a year of healing for us. And it was something that we wanted to work on privately. And so like, I know we didn't show up as much as we wanted to show up this year. And we plan on doing better in the future. But we really just had to heal. Like we haven't taken...
to show up for ourselves.
We had to show up for ourselves, and we haven't taken a moment to heal.
We need to practice what we preach. And self-care is so important. And we talk all the time about you're not going to be able to be there for the people in your lives if you're not there for yourself. If you're not 100% yourself, then nobody's getting 100% from you.
No.
We just pivoted towards, you know what, let's just figure this out. Let's work on ourselves. And I think it's been beautiful to be in a marriage going through something like this, because like we're like in a chrysalis right now, I feel like. And at any moment, we're going to shed the layers of our cocoon, and we're going to spread those wings, and we're going to be flying. And I think when we do, we're going to fly to a nice soft leaf, and then we're going to make sweet love on that leaf, and then we're going to make a little caterpillar.
Wow. I didn't know
it's going to be fuzzy. It's going to be a fuzzy caterpillar.
I do not want a fuzzy caterpillar. No.
Why?
No.
Why?
I did not know where Cole was going with this metaphor. Like, it started out so beautiful, and I was like, honestly, getting a little emotional.
Aww, and then, did I ruin it?
And then he ruined it, which is like the epitome of a lot of...
No. Were you about to go with your own metaphor?
No. I should have gone with my own metaphor. I didn't have one ready. No, we have literally...
That was all genuine, though. I wasn't even being facetious. Like, I really do feel that way.
Yeah, I know. And I feel that way too. I think this has been just such an incredible year for the both of us, and we just feel genuinely happier. And it's wild to say that though, because this year has been absolutely challenging. Like, IVF was challenging, but this year, I think honestly might have been the hardest year we've had.
Yeah, for very different reasons.
Yeah.
There is one last route we can go kind of in the fertility realm, figuring that out right now, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I said, we're working on ourselves first. I think that's most important.
Yeah.
But our journey is not over, I don't think.
Yeah. So basically, where do we go from here?
Right. Where do we go from here?
Right. Where do we go from here?
So, where do we go from here?
So I was thinking, where do we go? I'm just kidding. Okay, where do we go from here, truly? Where?
I was thinking to a nice soft leaf.
Oh my gosh, and make little fuzzy caterpillars. No, Cole and I are going to continue to work on ourselves, right? Because we felt ready to have a child a long time ago. And then after going through the losses, we're like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Like, mentally and emotionally, I want to be a better parent for my child than I probably would have been if I didn't have therapy and everything we've gone through. Like, I just want to be the best parent I could possibly be for my child. Everyone who becomes a parent always says, you know, they want to be a better parent maybe than their parents. And that's not saying our parents weren't great. My parents were great. Cole's parents were great. But I think there's some things that we learn as generations move forward that helps improve and get rid of generational trauma. Like, we all have things to heal on. We all have things to work on. And so we want to heal like our generational trauma so that we're not passing that same thing on to our children. And after going through losses, I realized, like, wow, we haven't done that. We haven't worked through some of the things that we went through as a child. We haven't grown from that. And then we also haven't figured out truly our parenting style, like what kind of parent we want to be. And so I feel like we've been taking that really seriously, and we want to be as ready as we possibly can be before welcoming children into our world.
Yeah. I will also share, in my experience, having these struggles with fertility has made me consider my life as it is and how I feel about it. And I like it. a lot. And having a child completely changes your life in a beautiful way, in a difficult way, in every way. I've also taken the time to reflect on and come to terms with this being my life if we never have kids. And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm okay with that. It's a beautiful life. However, there is someone in my life that's really screwing things up as far as that perspective.
Oh, Stella.
Dude, watching Stella grow up is
Our
like,
niece.
whoa, it's so cool. It's interesting because I think women see babies and they get the baby fever. I don't look at babies and get baby fever. They look like they're covered in snot and throw up and all the disgusting things. But now that Stella is communicating and like we're having conversations and stuff and she sees me, she's like, Uncle Cole. And I'm like, oh, like that is awesome to me. I don't know what it is, but that I'm getting like toddler fever.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
Toddler, apparently like 1, 2, because Stella's not 2 yet. She hasn't really hit the toddler.
Is that toddler?
Like,
you're not a toddler until you hit 2.
I mean, she acts like, she's pretty close to a toddler. It really changes when they're like 2, 3-year-olds are a lot.
Yeah.
So Cole hasn't seen that yet, but like 1 to 2 has always been my favorite age. Like they are so cute. They develop so much. They start learning so many words a week. It's that part wild. Is so cool.
I love that. You got to tell them the word that you taught Stella.
That I
about
taught
me,
Stella?
yeah.
So, well, first, Cole loves to say a certain word every time he sees Stella. Oh, yeah. So now we say, Stella, what does Cole say? And she goes, nice. Every time, because Cole
and she does it like that.
She does it just like that.
And that just makes my heart melt.
Yes. What does Uncle Cole say? Nice.
And then Charisma says, what does Uncle Cole use?
A wheelchair. that one's still a struggle. Like
We're like,
wheelchair, but like sometimes she doesn't always know what it means. Like if we point to it, she knows wheelchair. But saying what does Cole use, like she doesn't quite understand that, and there's probably a better way to ask her. But the other day we were talking to her, and I was like something. She goes, Uncle Cole? Like she always asks for Uncle Cole randomly. And I'm like, oh, you want to say hi to Uncle Cole? She goes, nice. And I was like, yeah, that's what Uncle Cole says. And then she goes, wheelchair. And I was like, oh my gosh, like she's associating all these words with Uncle Cole. And so I just love it. She's so cute. So it makes it hard to like,
it does.
And that she makes us want to have a child because she makes us so happy.
You know, there's that fence, you know, and I was on the kids' side of the fence for a while. And then I ended up on the no kids side of the fence. You know, I'm always near the fence. I can see the fence, but you know, on the no kids side, the grass is pretty green over here. You know, I'm looking over there. I see some nice green too. But what I don't think I realized until I watched Stella grow up is how rich that soil is, you know, and it's making me want to hop over the fence again because that richness is something I could use in my life, you know?
The metaphors, man. The metaphor. I
used that one outside with Brittany yesterday.
Did you
I had that one on deck, yeah. You should ask her about it.
Oh my god.
We were cracking up with the grass. Anyway.
That's so funny. Anyway, so where do we go from here? Just quickly. We want to keep working on ourselves. We're not really sure when we want to start having children again. And I know people asked about foster care, and that also falls in the same boat. We travel so much. We're constantly on the run and on the move. And we know that if we have any children, whether it's adoption, fostering, biologically, we want to make sure we're here, we're stable, we're not going anywhere. And right now, again, our life continues to push us in many different directions, and we want to do it while we can.
And work on ourselves too.
And work on ourselves, and we want to set our children up for success. We want to build generational wealth, and in order to do that, we have to kind of just be a little selfish, grow ourselves so that we can be selfless and give everything to our children when that time is, when it's that time.
We got to till the soil.
Yep.
You know, throw down some fertilizer, not pesticides.
Fertilizer.
The organic stuff.
Yes.
You know, our children are going to be free range.
As opposed to caged. So,
pasture raised.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. Yeah, that's kind of where we are. This has been a weird year because we're so happy here in Minnesota. We feel like we're, you know, doing so well in our marriage and working on ourselves. But it has been also very hard. So maybe this is a common experience. Like, you know, if you've been going through similar kind of ups and downs this year, we'd love to hear about it. You know, share your experience with us. And also, if you are someone who loves therapy, please share your experience with therapy to encourage others to go use therapy as well.
Yeah, you don't go to therapy only when you need it. I think people have this idea like, oh, I only go to therapy when I'm at my lowest. No. Yeah. Go to therapy when you're at your highest, because it helps you learn how to navigate those emotions when you are at your lowest.
Yeah, or if you know something big is coming up.
Yes.
You know, if you just got pregnant, get some pre-birth therapy.
Prenatal.
Prenatal.
It was close. Prenatal.
Yeah, I was looking for a word. Yeah, get some therapy beforehand so you're ready. You know, just like our premarital therapy years ago prepared us for IVF down the road.
Yeah, didn't even know what it was preparing us for at the time.
Yeah.
But so thankful for it.
Yes, very important. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you.
Oh, I've never said love you. Love you guys.
Love you. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay positive. Bye.